Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. Tonight we're going to have a short video. We're going to show you how to run the iron mine and the steel mill. For a lot of the products and supply chains, the roller coaster, the sailboat, you're going to need to make steel rolls. In order to do that, you have to get iron. Now, there's a lot of you that are going to be disappointed. There is no mining. There is no digging minerals out of mountainsides. This huge iron mine does it for you. And what it does is when you first start in the map, you're going to come up here and there's going to be this tiny little, bug, minuscule pile of nothing, okay? As time goes by, the pile slowly grows till you have a giant pile like this. And you have to use these two pieces of equipment that they give you to load them. You can also use, if you're impatient, you can also use a larger front loader with a larger bucket and a dumper. Now, the game comes with, if we look at our tippers, any of these tippers will work. However, this one would be especially well suited, the cramp half pipe. The side dump will also be pretty much designed for using like gravel delivery. I don't know if I would use the Load Kings. Those are the two that I would say are probably best designed for this type of construction work, or you can just use the Volvo. Now, a full dumper of the Volvo dump truck here will leave you with 4 rolls of steel overnight. So the next day you'll have 4 rolls of steel produced. But we're going to go through all that, so we'll get there. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to scoop the iron ore from the mine into the back of the dump truck. And once again, I would come up here pretty much daily and do this so that you don't end up wasting iron ore. You're going to try to keep your factory filled. I would use the pile up every day, the entire pile, which is why I'm suggesting that you might want to buy a bigger dumper, because this truck will not. You're going to have to make like 10 trips with this little truck, 5 trips, something like that. It's pretty small, so you can't hold a whole lot of iron ore in it. So you're going to be making a lot of trips. If you don't care, then no big deal. But if it bothers you that you have to do a lot of trips, then this might not be the solution, and you're going to want to get the bigger dumper trailer. I think this guy holds 4,000 liters, something like that. However, the more steel you put into the plant, the more rolls you'll get the next day. And the rolls are pretty valuable, so you also can sell those once they're done. So anyway, like I said, I know a lot of people are going to be disappointed because you guys were hoping that we would be digging the iron ore out and maybe processing it ourselves. I was a little bit thinking that way too. Maybe I'm stupid, but I was a little sad when I found out, okay, all you're doing is filling this dump truck up. Now, you'll notice in the background there, I have my Volvo VNX with a flatbed. The reason I've done this is because in that truck, the trip to the mill and and back here to the iron mine is a good 5 minutes in that truck. In this Volvo, it could take you 15 minutes roughly to get down to the areas where it's flat enough to put the iron mine or the steel mill. So yeah, once you place your steel mill, unless you are a terraformer, you're probably going to be making a lot of long trips. The only thing that I can suggest, and once again, there's a little surprise here that I'm about to drop on you. This map does not have the steel mill built in. You have to build it. So you get the iron mine, but you don't get the steel mill, which means you're going to have to get land. You're going to have to clear that land. You're going to have to make a nice big flat spot. And there we go. It's full. And then build your steel mill. I have found a plot that I'm going to show you on the map that I feel is the best place. The place where I built mine on this demo map is definitely not the best place. And I'm not happy with where I put it. And I would definitely move it if I had a choice again. So here we go. There, 5,400 liters, about 4 steel rolls right there. And if I were you, I would just keep coming back and filling this thing up until there's no iron ore left. There might be another 2 or 3 loads there at least. But I'm going to put this on the back of the trailer here and drive down to the mine. Once again, just using the Volvo and a tipper would probably be your best bet, like that bigger Demco tipper, because that's gonna suit you better. So that's my suggestion. But what do I know? All right, so I'm gonna drive this down to my steel mill. I will see you down there. I'm gonna throw this out there too. There are, I don't want to say plenty, but if you go to modhub.us or any of the other mod sites, there are some dump trucks out there. Varying sizes. There's small ones, there's big ones. I would definitely recommend looking at some of them. Now, unfortunately, from what I've seen, some of the models out there aren't very good, but if you can find one that's based on one of the Giants models, or maybe the TLX. A lot of people like the TLX. It's not my favorite mod, but the TLX, I believe, has a dumper. You can find some dump truck mods that you could put into the game and use instead of the Volvo that are going to be heavier duty, but that you don't have to do it this way, because this is, a little excessive to have a flatbed to drive the dump truck to this place. The dump truck should theoretically be able to drive itself, but in this case, it's leaving a little bit to be desired with our little European crocodile style dump truck here. And so let's go ahead and deliver our iron ore to the mine. That's why they put that thing on the front there, so the motor doesn't get damaged if the nose hits. Such a weird design. Basically, I think it's a tractor up front, and then they redesign it to fit the tipper on the back. So all you got to do is own the factory first of all. Back your dumper up here. You can see here why this is not the ultimate place. Now, I think as it unloads, they can't take the whole load here, so you have to keep dumping it there. It stopped, and then dump it again, and just keep doing that until it's empty. There you go. Because it comes out faster than the factory can take it. And there's 4 more rolls that are going to come out. And obviously over here, if you guys haven't done production before, there is a wrench that will show you. Basically, you just have to make sure that the factory is active. So what you do is you look at this, and you click deactivate to turn it off, or activate to turn it on. When it's got that dot, that means it's on. And right now, for every 416 liters of iron ore, it makes 380 liters of, they're calling it metal, but obviously it's steel roll. And if you come around the back here, where I can't get with my forklift because of this, we have 4 steel rolls already, and you can keep making more, and they're going to be worth a decent amount of money. So it's worth doing because you get them for free, but you have to pay for the factory. That's the downside. So you have to have the money in advance or take out a loan. I think it's $180,000 plus you got to buy the land. Now, let me show you the plot of land that I feel is the best place. I'm going to get you kind of an orientation here. Back over there where you can see that roof, that's the market, and behind that is the shop where we buy our equipment. That's the roller coaster that needs to be rebuilt. Now we're looking at the river and the main sawmill. This is the big sawmill. That green building is where you find the forklift. And here's the train tracks right here. So we're going along this road out of town. And right back here, under this pretty blooming tree in September, we have a field that has some grass on it. You can see the grass started. This is the perfect place for the iron ore mine. And also, if you buy this plot of land, I would dual purpose this. I would put the iron mine on one side of it, or maybe kind of in the middle, but try to keep it off to the side a little bit, and then build a sheep pen or 2 over here. I'd say 2. And the rest of it, you mow the grass and use the grass to feed the sheep. Build the big sheep pen that has water so you don't have to keep track of them. And you'll start getting wool. So you'll have your steel on one side and your wool on the other side. And then you'll be able to make the textiles that you need. You'll have to still buy a textile factory, but You'll be able to make the steel rolls and the textile factory that you need to rebuild the roller coaster, to make sailboats, to do all of your industry. So once again, I would suggest this field. I think it's number 40, but we'll double check that on the map. So once again, from the map view, you can see where I'm standing here. And it's really not, it's $36,000. I mean, that's not bad. You'll earn that really quickly. The other one that you could do, and we'll take a look at this real quick, is 42. That's on the other side of the sawmill. That would also work. And it's $50,000. It gives you a little bit more land to work with. But either of these plots are decent. Let's go look at 41. I'm actually going to say 41's even better. This is the plot that I would suggest. You can see there's the sawmill. This is a nice, huge, flat plot. It's got easy access to the road. So you can just get your trucks in and out, and it'll be easy to get to. And you also have a nice big grassy area. This is a big field. $50,000 is not a bad deal. And it's kind of close to the heart of town. So yeah, I like this plot. Plus you got a nice view of the train going by. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video and found it entertaining and fun at the same time, but also helpful. Enjoy making steel, and this map is going to be awesome. We're going to have a lot of fun on this map. I can't wait to really get into it and start playing on it. We'll see you guys next time. Be sure to thumbs up and subscribe. Have a great night. Bye.